Good evening, everyone. Paul Temple here from the Diamond Light Network. Good evening, good evening. This is our Sunday evening heart circuit activation practice, where I will do and teach a beautiful practice to connect us back into our heart circuits, our hearts, and the circuitry through which our hearts are connected into the grid of light. It may sound a little fantastical, but it is, but it's not. It's real. We need to remember. We need to remember that our hearts are very real and very powerful. And I'm not talking about the anatomical heart, I'm talking about the energy center of the heart. And that's even different than the heart chakra. These things get confused because we use the same word. But the heart center that we're talking about is sometimes called the seed of light, the seed of divine consciousness, the seat of the soul. And it is an aspect of our humanness, our human beingness, that has kind of been forgotten or lost, actually repressed. Our culture has been pushed and pushed, particularly through this horrific age of darkness that humanity has had to survive through. And this is centuries. We're talking about very long periods of time. And we are now in a time where we can begin to remember the power in our hearts. And it's actually very important that we remember the power in our hearts, because as we reconnect with this energy center, as we begin to make heart consciousness part of our more daily awareness, it begins to shift who we are entirely. It shifts our entire perspective on who we are as human beings, how and why we are on the earth, because we remember through this circuitry that we are connected to all things, and that we have this incredible luminous presence and potential that is resident in the heart, but right now it's kind of dormant because our hearts have been shut down. Over centuries, the heart of humanity has been shut down through the horrors and the traumas of, war and oppression and genocide and slavery and all these horrible, horrible things that have been happening on the earth over the last centuries. So this is a piece of work, it's not this automatic ascension. It is a work that we need to do to reconnect and remember our hearts. And that's what this practice is about, so that we each individually and collectively can begin to reawaken this power of the heart and become a more heart-centered species and create a more heart-centered civilization here on Earth. So yes, that sounds fantastical, doesn't it? But it's actually pretty important right now, given all the things humanity is facing. This is a solution, which is to remember our hearts. It's a way of changing who we are to become more heart-centered. Anyways, there's more about this on the website, diamondlightnetwork.com. We also have a Facebook group, Diamond Light Network. Those are ways that you can keep connected with this work. The other thing that's happening right now is that we are in the time of the new moon, and we're also coming close to the winter solstice. So these are two, one in the lunar cycle and the other in the solar cycle, where we're coming down into that phase of darkness and stillness and quiet. This is not a darkness that is horrible and fearful. It's a darkness that is full of ripeness and beauty and peace and silence. And it's the place where we begin to remember the inner light as we come into this place of stillness of the new moon. There's actually a beautiful alignment between the earth, the moon, and the sun at the new moon that brings this alignment of stillness when new seeds are planted. And in the solar cycle, as we come into the solstice, yes, the old year ends, and that child of light is reborn to come up into the new year. And our own light goes through this cycle of death and rebirth, coming into the new year again. So yes, the winter solstice is just a few weeks away. I am actually doing, we are actually doing a beautiful solstice meditation on that Tuesday, December 21st. My wife, Carrie, who's a yoga teacher and sort of the high priestess of the Double Rainbow Ranch here in Boulder, Colorado, we've done for many years this beautiful, it's a meditation with the bowls and music, but she guides this beautiful solstice journey down into the cave where we find the jewels of the seed, the dream seeds of who we are becoming in the new year. So you can find that event again on the website, diamondlightnetwork.com, and in the Facebook group, Diamond Light Network, and I hope you'll join us for that. So, and if you're in the Boulder area, we do have a few limited access spaces to be here live. It's not a big crowd, but we do have a few. We had about 10, 12 people here for an event last Friday night. So anyways, into our practice. So we will also attune and align with that beautiful new moon energy, that fertile quiet and stillness. So there are two parts to the practice. The first is a visualization that I will instruct you in, I will talk you through. And the second is the sound meditation. The visualization allows our kind of brain awareness to understand and connect with what we're doing. And the sonic portion, the vibrational portion of the meditation, is speaking directly to the heart and to our luminous body, our energy body, because the heart speaks in the language of vibration, that nada yoga, that sound yoga or vibrational yoga that is really the primordial creative force of the universe. And that's what these beautiful Tibetan bowls are tuned for, to awaken that heart light, the Vajra light, that diamond radiance that is our essential nature. So the visualization, I sometimes can pull this up on the computer, but I'm not able to do that tonight. So I'm going to show you this image here is the heart circuit image. An orb of light in the center of the chest at the heart. That's the first piece. And then we will go through and connect these axes of light. Earth, sky, 4 directions horizontally. So that's an image you can see. We're not going to be doing the pyramids tonight. That's a more advanced teaching. But that is the image that we will be generating with our hearts. And the first S is to visualize your heart like this beautiful orb of light in the center of your chest. So you can take a deep breath. Close your eyes. And you can bring your hands to your heart. Breathing into that center, visualizing this beautiful orb of light, that your heart is an orb of light. Visualization is a very powerful tool for manifesting energy. So the more that we visualize our heart as this orb of light, the more we bring into our awareness and manifest our heart light. Feeling that light. It's very important. Not just mentally perceiving it, but feeling it in your being, in your light body, in your energy field. Feeling this light. You might feel warmth or love, a sense of at-homeness and centeredness. And this is the first step of the visualization of the practice. Visualizing, feeling, perceiving this orb of light in the center of your chest, your heart center. At the center of that orb is the seed of light, the pearl of light we call it. That is the actual heart center. But as it glows and grows, it becomes this beautiful radiant orb of diamond effervescence. Very simple, but very powerful. Feeling, connecting, illuminating, remembering, activating our heart centers. And now we build the circuit. So the first step is from that orb of light, we send a spiral of energy and axes of light down through the root chakra, which is at the base of the perineum, down, down, down to the heart of the earth. Rooting down into the earth, connecting your heart with the heart of the earth. Inhaling back up, connecting your heart. So now there are two spirals of energy in that axis of light, two spirals, double helix, ascending and descending spirals of energy, connecting your heart with the heart of the earth. And on the next exhale, we send another spiral of energy from the heart up through the crown chakra, into the stars, into the sky, into the vast universe, connecting with quantum consciousness, connecting with the heart of creation. We are connected to quantum consciousness. We are connected to the heart of the universe, the heart of the conscious universe. Again, drawing back down through your crown into your heart. So now we have these double helix spirals of energy moving through your spinal channels, connecting your heart with the heart of the sky and the heart of the earth. Remembering, reconnecting you with these primordial forces of creation. You are part, we are connected with all being. Feeling that connection, perceiving that connection with your inner eye, with your subtle awareness. And now we move to the horizontal plane. I start with my arms out for this, left, right. So from that orb of light, I send a beam of light through my left hand across the earth into multidimensional space, through the portals, connecting into the etheric web, that luminous web of creation, the matrix of light. Inhaling back into the heart, across to the right, exhaling, sending light through the multidimensional portals into the jeweled fabric of the universe, as the Tibetans call it. So the jewel of your heart is now connected into this beautiful web of creation, of which every heart is an integral part, weaving into the web that we are the creators and the created, the dreamers and the dreamed. And the final step is front and back. So from my heart forward, I send beam of light, connecting into the web, inhaling back, exhaling behind, sending, inhaling back. So now we have 6 axes of light: earth, sky, left, right, front, back. This is our heart star, our heart circuitry, connecting us into the luminous web of creation. Beautiful, radiant matrix. This is the string of the string theory that is woven together in the conscious universe of light. Remembering, feeling, perceiving yourself connected with all beings. And as you're holding yourself in this beautiful architecture, you can feel the crescent of that new moon holding under that orb of light. Beautiful luminous crescent. As we align with the stillness of the moon, the silence, the darkness of both the new moon and the winter solstice time. Allowing the inner light to shine forth. So holding yourself in this beautiful architecture, crescent moon, star of light that you are. We'll move into the sound meditation, Just let yourself receive and be fed, be nourished by the vibration of the bowls and the chanting.
Oh
Ave Maria, Santa Maria, Ave Maria, Santa Maria,
So
Mother of the world, Mother of compassion, Mother compassion, Mother of compassion, Mother of compassion, Mother of compassion, Mother of the world, Mother of compassion, Mother of the world, Mother of compassion. So can bring your hands back to your heart, where we started. Feeling that beautiful orb of light that is your luminous essence, your authentic soul self. The heart is the seat of the soul, the seed of divine consciousness. It is in our being, in this orb of light. And it is connected through this circuitry that we opened with all things. We are part of all being. Remember, 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 remember. For yourself, I am connected with all being. My heart is connected to all being through this heart star, your heart circuit. Feeling into your luminous heart center, we can offer out a final pulse of light that all beings, offering, honoring, that all beings may remember the light in their hearts. That the good energy we generated here, this what the Tibetans called the bodhicitta, noble heart energy, bodhicitta, noble heart energy, may ripple out through this circuitry for the benefit of all beings in all realms, that we all may remember the light in our hearts. Yeah, like this beautiful orb of light, our hearts illumined. So I thank you for joining me this evening for this heart circuit activation practice that we opened up our circuitry. If you want to keep in touch, you can join our Facebook group, Diamond Light Network. And we have a website, diamondlightnetwork.com. You can join the email list through the website. I offer this regular Sunday evening heart circuit practice. On Tuesday evenings at 7 o'clock, I offer a sound temple, which is a just less talk, more vibration to heal the heart. Sound temple, so we come into sacred sound space to again remember that pure luminous light in our hearts, to heal that, to remember that, to let it begin to shine within the sacred space of the sound temple. You know, the heart is very sensitive. So we need to know that it's safe for it to begin to awaken and open. And then our next Zoom event, I do quite a few paid events on Zoom. Our next one will be the winter solstice. You can find that listed on both the website and the Facebook group. Our winter solstice meditation, beautiful sound journey into light, so that we can rebirth the light in our hearts. We can plant dream seeds for who are becoming in the new year, in the fertileness of the darkest night, the longest night. So I thank you for joining me this evening. Namaste, namaste. Many blessings, many blessings. Good night, good night.